2011 marks the 40th anniversary of the Doobie Brothers, one of America's greatest bands of all time. Over the last 4 decades, they've sold over 30 million albums and had countless hits, and they're still as cool as ever. The group's latest single, World Gone Crazy, is the first single they are promoting through country radio. Kelly Lynn caught up with them on a recent swing through Nashville.
I'm Kelly Lynn, here today in Nashville with the Doobie Brothers. What an exciting day. Now you guys you made a record and it's going to country radio. How about that?
We're excited about that.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Did you guys, World's Gone Crazy, and you wrote that, right?
Mm-hmm. I did. It's a song about the working man, about a guy in New Orleans in specifics who kind of works on a government check, and he's doing his best to keep the rent paid in his apartment so he doesn't end up living in the streets. And it's kind of all about that and what's going on with the economy now, put to a real up-tempo musical thing.
Well, cool. That's interesting, because normally lyric like that doesn't...
You think of a sad?
Yeah.
It's not at all. It's kind of a New Orleans drum pattern, and it's got this feel, but that's what the words are all about.
And how does it feel to be here in Nashville? How has the reception been to you guys this week and around town?
It's been great. We got to do our first time ever, of course, at the Grand Ole Opry the other night. And that was a real treat because we got to be there with some real legends, some people we admire musically, and everybody was really friendly and nice. And but we were nervous.
Were you
But
nervous?
we made it through it, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, golly, to share the stage with little Jimmy Dickens and Vince Gill and Alison Krauss and all, I mean.
It's intimidating.
It's like, we better be good.
You guys just recently shot your music video for World Gone Crazy.
Yeah, we did it down in Printer's Alley.
How was that?
Printer's Alley. That's more like it.
Printer's Alley.
Printer's Alley. It was a very hip place. I'd never been there before. As many times as we've been in this town, I didn't even know it existed until the other day. So we were down there for quite a few hours shooting in front of a lot of historical buildings down there, one of which they just, I guess, renovated, belonged to Boots Randolph or something, and it was down the street. We went and looked at that. But we did the video down there, and there's going to be some other footage shot down in New Orleans to get, round out the whole feel of the video and to go with the song, because the song's about New Orleans. But that area has a look like New Orleans with the filigree iron work and all that kind of stuff. It's very cool.
You guys touched on it a little bit, the changes that the band's gone through from day one, and you guys getting back together for your reunion tour and helping with the veterans. Talk a little bit about that, because you guys have had 4 decades of music that we've all loved.
Well, it started off in a basement in San Jose and worked its way, up through late 75. I left for a little bit with a stomach problem, and Mike came in to help fill out, and then he had a bunch of songs, and it took that on the next album, went to a different place.
That would be Mike McDonald.
Mike, yeah, we know Michael. He actually resides here now.
But these guys are here to fix that for me when I do that. So then he had a real good, good run with the band, and the band went till '83, as I said, and the band broke up, and then 4 years later, Keith called all of us individually and said, "Would you like to get together to do this Vietnam Vets benefit?" And everybody said, "Sure, we can do it." And that was 4 drummers, 4 guitar players, 2 keyboard players, Michael McDonald and Cornelius Bumpus on the other side.
4 drummers and a percussionist.
And a percussionist, right.
Quite a rhythm section.
They were kind of playing percussion. Anyway, we all did that benefit, and then we did 2 more, and then we did 10 gigs to pay for it. Literally. It cost that much to get everybody together and rehearse that much.
Right.
And do it. And then while we were doing that, Ted Templeman came by while we were rehearsing, and he said, "How would you guys feel about getting back together in the original format and doing another album?" And everybody wasn't really doing anything that major at the time. We said, "Sure." And so we ended up doing it in '89, and we've been doing it ever since.
That new track, World Gone Crazy, is a very colorful song that is doing quite well with country radio. We still have lots more ahead, so don't go away. We'll be back with more Inside Music Row right after this.